Okay, we're back. You've got Richard Q. Zierman on organicradio.com with a very interesting guest. You know, I've learned probably 90% of what I know via the individuals that come on the shows. And it really is a knowledgeable place for those people learning to learn more about alternative health. Certainly a place to come to and get a bird's eye view of what these professionals are thinking. Well, today I'm with Crystal from Crystal Voyage. I want to say top of the day to you. How are you, Crystal?
I am very fine. Thank you for calling.
Oh, you're terrific. You know, I had a great place, a great place. I had a great time at your place. I always get tongue-tied when I talk to you for some reason. I don't know why. But when I came into your place, first thing that hit me was it's so huge. It's a big place, lots of crystal, books, everything. I mean, everything under the sun is really at your place when you think about metaphysical things and and whatnot. But let's get down to the nail. What is Crystal Voyage?
Well, I kind of figure it's both searcher's paradise in a store setting. It's trying to put everything that you can use as a tool to understand your life and where you are and the changes that are happening in your life. Just try to accept it and learn what it's about and why it's affecting you, and it helps you get on the lighter side of life.
Absolutely. You know, when I actually met you for the first time and you were showing me around the store, we were talking about actually you were saying to me about how women these days are becoming more empowered spiritually, and can we talk just about that just a little bit? Why is that so?
I think that women are the nurturers of the planet. The men are out there to make us strong and protect us and build things, but the women are the ones that keep the home, and they're the ones that raise the children. And they start questioning their life, I'd say, somewhere around 30. Women may start to wonder, why am I here? What's going on? And if they're intuitive at all, sometimes the intuitive senses hit about that age and can't figure out, how did this happen? How did I know about it? What else is coming? And you start to wonder about, how does the universe work? More than what you've learned in church. But you try and tie it all together with spirituality and the knowingnesses that you get. And we're just trying to put a place together that's safe for people to come to. It's not scary. It's not woo-woo. It's safe. And some people just call it their little sanctuary. They come here just to feel good. And you really can't put that in advertising, but it's a feel-good store.
You know, I got that impression when I was there. I saw some ladies sitting around little tables and doing whatever they're doing, and contemplation. You can tell that. You can see that on their faces. So it really does have that really interesting vibe when you walk into the store. First thing that hit me was those crystals. Those things are gorgeous. I mean, and I did ask you where you got them from, but we won't talk about where you get things from. But I did ask because I was so curious about their beauty. And then as we were walking and talking, we came up to the book section, and you were describing to me certainly what we're talking about right now about women becoming empowered spiritually, and we were talking about that for a bit, and you just really had me tuned into to what you were saying, and when I left the store, I actually kept thinking about what you were talking about. So I found that very interesting. But let's talk about what motivated you. And you talk about empowering women spiritually. Is that something on your behalf that you wanted to do for yourself and then share that with others? But what was the principal reason you started this business?
Well, there were several of us, a group of people that I had met, and we wanted to start a meditation group. And we, at that time, that was like 1985 or so, and we would drive up to Everett once a week to partake in a group sessions at a bookstore up there. And we finally got tired of the drive. We decided we should do something here, so we did it in my home for a year or two, and then we thought, there's an opportunity here to buy out a small crystal business from a vendor. So I lent some money to a friend of mine to do it, and eventually I ended up with the store. And it started out with a really small investment. I don't know, was less than $1,000. And we just started working from there. You need more than the crystals, though. They're beautiful. They're like I'd say that they're the flowers of the milk kingdom, and they're so beautiful. And they put out an energy. And the first radios that collected radio waves were called crystal sets because they were made with crystals. And the crystals send out a frequency, and they magnify energies that you can't see, and maybe you can't feel, and maybe you can. But as different people become more sensitive to body energies, like healers and different practitioners, they learn that the crystals are an adjunct to that, and they help either you receive the energy or other person that you're working on receive the energy. They're just beautiful to have around you. So anyway, we went from there, and you can't just sell crystals. You have to sell books. Then you have to sell other things that make people feel good. You want to send out positive thoughts, so you get lines of greeting cards that are only positive. Then you want things to put on the wall to remind you, so you get posters and prints. Then you want to hear beautiful music when you're meditating, so you get those. So it just goes on and on and on. Then the practitioners come, and they want oils to help relax their clients, and people want oils to make their own massage products, or aromatherapy is a wonderful healing modality. The smells go directly to your brain, and it changes your physiology almost instantly. And so we had that. And then they want incense to fragrance the homes. And incense is a very ancient way of using aromatherapy for meditation and all sorts of things. So anyhow, it just grew. One thing requires another, and then I was in an interview with a TV personality, and he said, well, now how do you pick your product? How do you do your shopping? And I said, well, I listen to what the people ask me for. So I just keep a little notebook, and even if I can't get it right away, I keep these hundreds of little messages that say, I want this. And if one person wants it, somebody else surely does. So we keep looking for adjunct items to fill the store.
You know, you really live what you preach, Crystal, because not only did you start out, when you think about the attributes of a small business, you started very small, like you said, on this minimal investment. You probably took the shop over again, and now I'm just guessing, but it's definitely $1 million palace you have over there now for those people that are so interested in crystal and books of all nature. You have all religions. I mean, you really have, and you know what I really like about you too is that when I first met you, I felt that about you immediately when I saw you, that you were part of this vibe, and that's really conducive with providing that kind of knowledge to people that are just entering your door. So that's fascinating in itself. Now, the fascinating phase number 2 is that when we were standing outside looking at this, you put this John Lennon Imagine slogan on your glass on the side door. That was beautiful. But also this mega mural, which was totally outstanding. But at that point, I realized that you were really living your life, doing your calling, and I guess it got consummated over the years because we don't always know what our calling really is. But I certainly got this incredible vibe from you when I came into that store. So I think that's something that people look for when they probably come to your place, because they designate themselves and the things they know to a specific profession, whatever it may be, and you want qualified individuals talking to you about it, whether it's a piece of crystal or it's therapy. And let's go there for a minute. Now let's talk about what services do you offer at your place there, Crystal?
Well, we built this building in what's 5 years ago? I can't even subtract right now. But anyhow, we built it 5 years ago, and we built it on a hillside. We couldn't find a place to move to. I had been in the Freight House Square for 17 years, but we needed to expand. We needed to have classes. We needed to do things I couldn't do there. So we built this piece of property, and because it's on a hillside, it was difficult to put a retail store in. So it does not look like a retail store exactly from the outside, but we take up the entire second floor of the building. And the downstairs, which is the main floor, but you enter from one street, has a deli, acupuncture, it has massage, and a hair salon to get beautified in. But those are all, physical things, helpful things. We go on upstairs a little bit. We get the more of the spiritual vibration. We go upstairs one more floor, and we have a theta healer. We have a couple of magnificent massage practitioners. We have angel healing therapy. We have some other rooms that we rent out to practitioners we know by the hour that don't have their own offices, but they're great practitioners, and a couple of them have lived like they live across the bridge. And it's too hard for them to maintain two offices, so if they have clients over here, they come over here and rent the room and use it for their different therapies, whether it's hypnotherapy or different healing modalities. It's alternative health. And I don't know, that's what we use the building for. So there's everybody in here has a holistic nature to them. So this is what we want to keep in the building. You're talking about the mural. The title of the mural is We Are One. And that's kind of it. We want to encompass every thought, well, not every thought, but the positiveness of all nature and bring it here to let people be at peace and live in grace and harmony. So that's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. I want to share one more thing too. You know, when I first met you, the first thing that was on my mind was your name was Crystal. Okay, it's just yes. So synonymous.
On my birth certificate, I promise.
I know it's the real deal. And I'm saying, okay, Crystal, okay, I'm okay with it. Okay, Crystal, Voyage, okay, Crystal, all right. But then when you said Crystal Stone, I'm going, no, this can't be. But it's okay. You married Mr. Stone.